Hello, staff and students of O'Connell Lefty Job Corps Center. We've got some good news. We have gotten a green light to start bringing some of our students back to the center starting February 23rd. So if you're hearing this or watching this video, that's some good news for O'Connell Lefty and for our students. So you will be contacted from our counseling department regarding transportation. At this time, we're only approved for 17 students. That's 7 females and 10 males that we'll be bringing back on February 23rd. Please do not contact the center. We will be contacting you. That way it will free up our counselors to try to reach out to those students that will be coming in on the 23rd. We do have a list of categorized our students on how who will be coming in first and who will be coming in the next group and also the third group. So just hang tight and we will be in touch with you when that time comes. Just a reminder, when you do get that phone call, we're going to go over quite a few things that you need to be aware of before you agree to come back to O'Connell Lefty. As you know, we just finished up the COVID pandemic in 2020 that just hit, and with that comes a lot of new changes here at O'Connell Lefty. One of the first changes that will happen when you arrive on center, you will be COVID tested, along with all the staff prior to you coming. But you will be COVID tested on day one. You will be put into quarantine for 14 days. When I say quarantine, it means exactly what I said. Quarantine. You are by yourself in a room for 14 days straight. This is not an O'Connell Lefty policy. This is a DOL CDC guideline policy that we have to follow. Any student who violates quarantine, in other words, leaves their room without permission, we have to go through the ZT zero tolerance policy termination, and you will be terminated from the program. So make sure that when you do arrive back that you understand that you will be in quarantine for 14 days. On day 13, you will be tested a second time, and if you're test negative that second time as well, you will be able to be relocated to another dorm on day 14, and hopefully we'll get our second group of students in. So just a reminder on quarantine. So if you've got books you want to get caught up on reading, if you've got movies you want to watch, every room is going to be equipped with a DVD player, and hopefully we'll have enough movies to pass around, or you can bring your own movies as well. Speaking of digital devices, make sure you bring those Chromebooks back. If you were issued a Chromebook by the center, you need to make sure you bring the Chromebook bag, and the hotspot back with you when you return to center. That is your responsibility, and it's important that you bring it back. Because what's also going to happen during those 14 days of quarantine is your distance learning is going to continue. But it's going to continue in a different format. It's going to continue while you're in quarantine in your room here on center. So you don't lose any time during this quarantine process. You can actually get some things accomplished via education or through your trade. So make sure you bring those Chromebooks back. If you are a student that did not receive a Chromebook, but you need a Chromebook upon arrival, we can issue one when you arrive, and you'll be able to use that Chromebook. If you have your own laptop you want to bring, that's fine. You're responsible for that. But we do have the O'Connell Lefty Wi-Fi network that you actually be able to link into and hopefully still continue distance learning that way. So just a reminder, bring your Chromebooks back. Also, if you have checks that were issued to you from the center and for whatever reason you weren't able to cash those checks, bring those with you as well. Once you complete quarantine, we will help you hopefully get those cashed or open up a checking account or savings account here in Cherokee upon completing quarantine. So bring those checks with you. It's very, very important you have those because it'll be very difficult to reissue those checks. Any other questions you might have after watching this video, please contact counseling and we'll hopefully be able to answer those questions. Also, just remember, update your contact information. We try to do that every time we talk with you on the phone. Confirm your address, email address, your telephone number. So it's so important that we be able to reach you when that time comes. Other than that, we look forward to your all's return to the center. Cannot wait to get back into whatever normal is But do expect to wear your mask at all times after you're finished with quarantine. You need to make sure you do 6 feet apart at all times after quarantine, and also continue to wash your hands and keep things safe throughout the time after quarantine. Thank you all very much, and look forward to y'all returning.